It's just it's those three there, so they're on their
just
own.
sold.
We had a little adventure for a bit.
My issue with some of the things in the DMG are like they have a dragon slayer and they have a giant slayer. There's no demon slayer. I'm like,
if they've got the slayers, they might as well have them all. Right?
They do have one area that's a cursed item.
So
that's why I was wondering when you said
remember,
because the item calls demons within a mile. Trying to kill them.
Yes.
I'm just patterning it.
Wait, I don't remember.
Well, that's why I wanted to make sure what you were doing, because that's
yes, I remember that.
a blessing.
Yeah,
and a
remember that
curse.
together. Did that thing.
So,
And I think each time a demon is slayed, twice as many arise.
what's your holy symbol?
Which would fit this thing because we're trying to kill demons.
Elm.
Yeah. Oh, the god.
A shield,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, great guard.
And what's your primary element?
Thunder.
Thunder. The lightning.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm blue.
There's a handful of demons that are resistant to lightning, but there are very few things in this universe that's resistant to thunder. If you correct me, there's a paladin spell that does thunder damage.
I might or may not have that spell, actually.
Thundering smite. Is that
I think
right?
you have access
Thunder
to
smite.
it.
Thunder.
Yeah, and push 10 feet, not prone.
Oh, you push him 10 feet, I pull him 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You pull people?
Yeah, I have lightning lure.
When did you get lightning lure?
When I took Mage Initiate.
Oh, I thought you got shield for that.
So,
Oh, I
you
got
could
it.
enchant
It
your
said
weapon
you could
with
pick
thunder.
two. I picked shield
And then you have thunderous
and.
smite.
You get more than one.
Oh, right, because lightning lure is a cantrip. My
Yeah.
bad.
Mine is one spell silver.
One
So I
spell,
don't
two
remember if there's
cantrips.
anything else. I don't recall if there's anything else. I think it's just a silver.
But that's like all you get.
So it's okay. So yeah,
That's pretty powerful.
we could have a passive.
Yeah, because you can also do things where you use your opportunity attack to use Eldritch Blast.
Would that add any additional?
You add damage.
So
Wait, so if somebody's 15 feet away from me, the thing
might-
works 15 feet away. I can pull
What's
him
your
towards me.
primary
But
element?
does that mean as soon as he gets 10 feet away, I can use a
They
reaction
have
attack?
they cannot be
What if
like
we
they
took,
are being
what if we
forced
took the time
through,
to enchant
that
your
you
weapon?
cannot get opportunity.
Okay.
His weapon's already enchanted.
I didn't think
Is it?
so, but
It's
figured
If
it out.
I kill something with it, I get HP.
Oh, okay.
I just haven't gotten a killing blow
mine
with
is
it.
just like I said, mine is just silver.
There's no shame in
Sorry.
trading.
True. There's no.
That is an uncommon, which you could probably sell for 250 gold.
I am totally intrigued by the sword that I have no knowledge about.
I think
guys
I
don't
would
even
have
know it
a
exists
regular
right now.
Warhammer that is not.
And I'm just saying, I mean, since I'm on the front lines, not necessarily a bad choice.
I understand, and that's exactly.
I will walk up and smack everything. I don't give a shit. Is that a? Can you?
This is kind of older stuff, but this is
So I
kind
have
of pushing.
that sword with.
Is it a single hand or is it two-handed?
It's from older editions, but it checks out.
No.
Why do I not trust that look on your face?
Because it's a Pathfinder.
Oh, there you go. That's fine.
Okay.
Is the dragon slaying sword single hand or two-handed?
Demon Slaying.
Sorry, demon.
We could modify it.
Like it one-handed. Interesting.
We would need it one-handed.
One-handed. Because we don't need to modify it.
Interesting.
It's a bastard sword. It's great bastard swords.
You're not bastards. Why do you need swords?
You know what's weird is even though
Okay, who's the sword for?
It would be for a dragonborn.
All right. Okay, so here's what the sword will do. A +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you hit a dragon with this weapon, the demon takes an extra 3d6 of the weapon's type. For the purpose of this weapon, demon refers to any creature with the demon type. Basically any demon. So it's a +1 with an if demons do 3d6. That's really potent for this campaign.
yeah.
I like my homebrew things. I know it's a
I have a
modification, but
flashback
it's
of
You
okay.
can still talk to him, right? You guys can still communicate, correct?
Yeah.
I know you are.
So you've got us three are together, and then you three together. So
Yeah.
it's two parties. So if you wanted to communicate with him,
Yeah.
Oh shit! Talking back.
Yeah, we've been chatting back.
They have a way.
Oh, okay.
So
Then you
he
should-
wants 3,500 for it.
How much money do you have?
That's the here's this demon sword. Do you want it?
Wait, oh my bad, guys.
It's just like, you just look at me and you're
I
like,
forgot
hey,
to do the thing.
I'm aware of a demon sword that we can come into possession. How much gold you got? Do you want it?
It'll cost 3,500. 3,500? That sounds kind of high. That sounds like he's busting your balls.
Odds are that's after this.
Supply and demand.
Yeah,
It's a very
supply
rare
and demand.
weapon, so I'm pretty sure it's probably well worth the money for this.
I'd be
It
willing
would
to check.
actually be better than the sword I currently use.
Anything would be better than the sword you currently use.
Hey, mine's silver.
So we have
Oh,
about
yeah.
2,000 gold.
Was it magical?
Yes.
It's the extent of its magic was it's silver, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
So I got the +1, and it's also
So
silver.
you got the +1?
Yes.
Then it's not. Then it's not just silver. It's magical.
I just
it's magic silver.
+1 means it's
But
magic.
this demon sword is very specialized.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the demon blade will be worth.
You have a
I
sharp
said
would
you
be willing to take off
This is a
500
hot
gold
butter
in
knife
exchange
slicing
for
through butter.
the sword your friend has there.
he's not with us.
He's-
not
Oh,
with us.
okay.
You could mention.
How much do they want for two Hydra hides?
You already sold those.
I have
We did not.
Hydra tails.
The
You saw the
alchemist
hides.
did not have enough money at the time.
Oh, right, that.
And
Yeah, you sold heads.
I specifically told him to not do it because we were going to sell it to the blacksmiths because it's a magical material.
I mentioned that we have 2 Hydra hides and a silver short sword.
Long.
Is it
Long sword. It's a
No.
long sword.
You need to keep that long sword.
But I would be giving.
It's a magical silver long sword, and we're going against demons and devils. Might be going against demons and devils.
Devils are not in this campaign.
We don't know that.
You haven't run into a single devil yet.
I don't know that demons and devils don't come together.
Roll an 18!
I don't know that kind of knowledge.
Then I could pass it off to the paladin. That'd be because he and I are both frontline, which would be beneficial.
And
So it's your call
But
if
if you want to
mention-
sell, it's up to you.
And
If
second
you want to
is,
sell,
I haven't
I don't
got
care.
kill.
Do we have spare gear for barter?
It's very good. I think I still have the chainmail that I had before, as well as the regular sword that I had before. The regular long sword.
I still don't know how much my armor's gonna cost, or if they have a weapon that I can purchase that would help kill the demigorgon.
We have this demon sword.
Again, I also have Hydra tails and some talons.
Oh, here we go. I have this +1 great axe.
Hydra tails.
It's true. We still have that.
Have what now?
Forgot about that.
6 javelins, a set of scale mail, an explorer's bag, artisan tools.
The birthday present that he's not
Loot
using again.
What's that? What's that yellow substance inside the on the blade?
Leftovers.
You didn't clean your blade. How could you?
It
No.
seals
Take
in the
pride.
flavor.
Take. I'm done.
And you wonder why Drew is encouraged.
I'll do that whether someone else did it or
I,
not.
if you get point to where I say that I have condoned skinning of babies and using people's skin as a mask.
Yeah, he does kind of have a point.
You're Tiefling Warlock.
No.
Evil.
No, that was an offshoot campaign and he was not there.
But it doesn't mean that.
I don't know why I still have these, but I also have Endure, a vial of love potion.
That could be very useful.
Could you
in
have
the
sold
future.
them before and forgot to get rid of them?
No, they're still. It's
Yeah,
just in the pile of loot
Oh.
that we just never had a chance to really sell.
Oh, wait, no, that's a
Or
barn.
this I-
No, that was the potions you guys just got out of the
I still have.
the beholder thing. Not the beholder thing, but the brain.
These are from long ago.
Yeah. those
Oh,
are-
okay.
But wait, so what happens if you drink a love potion and look in the mirror?
Hello, Narcissus.
I still have that small black bag and brooch.
Much. You want to have
Hey,
your own
hey,
babies.
like stop talking about me. Like
However, the black
It's rude.
bag has scrapings of
You're not Narcissus.
what
Narcissistic, maybe, but you are not Narcissus.
is it called? Phaser.
I may not be Narcissus,
Oh.
however, I am narcissistic. As
I'm sure it's
now, which
phaser
is ironic because of the jokes that I
That's
make.
fine now.
You always make jokes about,
You forgot.
Anyway, so what's on the
There's a
table
tree.
is the 2 Hydra hides.
And tails.
You literally put it on the table.
Well, we currently have them
Oh.
away.
No,
We could-
I'm
we
bringing
could
them
bring-
up as a
And the silver
It's
magic sword.
more or less, we have some party loot
listen,
that is
I don't know if we
valuable.
want to get rid of the silver.
That we made,
Would you be interested in taking the silver longsword?
Well,
He's good.
what do you think is reasonable?
The 2 Hydra heads and 1,500 gold.
We don't have hides yet.
Hydra heads.
The entire.
1,500 gold for the Hydra hides?
And that's a lot of hide. Let's be real.
Scales are included.
10.
Are drow pinkies worth anything?
No.
Okay, I figured.
Only to you say.
We're
Somebody
not
said
dealing
it.
with the black market. First off, we're not dealing with the black market.
Yeah.
Second, we're
So
not dealing with the
The
black
2
market.
hides and then an additional 2,000.
By the way, I'm going to the black market. I'll be back later.
I'll give you some time to work on the chest, and I will return with
The hides.
the hides.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I have 6 waters.
Were there any other of your number who needed?
Do you guys have magical studded leather?
What was that?
Well, as I say, here's a good question: would you take this +1 great axe and trade for +1 studded leather?
They're actually about the same price.
You need to examine the great axe.
And to sweeten the deal on your end, I'll also include these 6 javelins.
I have a couple of giant.
See, that's how that's how my party in one
one
campaign got rich. Is a DM after we had raided a fort. It's like, so what do we find? I don't know, like 1,200 javelins. Okay, oh, no, 10,000 javelins. I was like, okay, we take them.
So I would like to think of us as more acquaintances at this point.
That's fair.
Are you aware of what this great axe is?
I'm familiar with that it has magical properties. I have no real use of it myself.
Can I run a whatever check it would take to figure out what the weapon is?
Identify.
I think it's
You would need the spell identify.
The bard is just sitting over there being
you
like,
could use like knowledge and stuff.
Drilling on himself.
You can, but
the bard is like, I can identify that for you.
Is there
That would
information
be
that
an
they have
arcana
without the
yes.
opinion just from looking at
I wouldn't know.
you
Wait,
can roll.
Wait, I'm there.
Advantage. Roll, it's just.
Wow, a -1 or actually 0.
Wow.
I have
13.
1 or -1 on here though.
Yeah. Not one.
The bard is like, oh, you guys don't know, huh?
I don't know.
Once per day. Well, there's stored magic within this. I don't think it would work on a higher level demon, but this weapon can, on a lesser demon, not a demon lord or anything, of course, it has enough energy to perhaps once every day, upon striking, to banish.
I asked them if it's possible for them to turn the axe into a pole arm.
No.
Okay.
So then,
damage the magical property.
Yeah,
It would, because
would it be
you'd have
fair
to melt
then to
down
say
wood.
you 2 Hydra hides
with
with this axe?
we have nobody that will use the great axe.
Well,
More than fair, really.
it would be pointless for me to grab the great axe.
You are too far.
Give me
You are
some
too
time,
far
I could
specialized.
work on the chest a little longer.
Like I'm literally full on
You
that.
great axes are too.
I was planning that for
Great
Alex,
axes are
but he died, and I was like, well, it still has the property. Fuck. It was never meant to banish Demogorgon or anything, because that'd be broken as fuck.
Yeah. But I mean,
Just a little.
Crisis of
But nothing in it.
my AC
Well,
would
wait,
be-
could you just like kill a bunch of lizard people and put their magic into the blade and use it as like one giant burst to get rid of one?
No,
huge
that's how that
ass
works.
What's the calendar on the singing?
It seems like it was
It's
an
6
immediate
days
it seems like it was
What's
immediate
that?
fetch
before the singing returns.
That's okay.
Okay, so-
I'll stab something again.
Could
It's still
we-
the same day, so we just got
Do
what?
we like
10 days?
sacrifice a bunch of
Or
lizards
6
and warlocks
days
and
a week?
stuff to channel their magic into the blade
Yeah,
so that way we could use it to banish like a
That's called
ring?
necromancy.
However,
That's
it
called
was
law.
into a demon.
That's called
so right
necromancy.
now, he's
Wow.
in his
I
demon
would need to
plane.
consider
be
that
like,
necromancy.
"No!"
That's using their souls to power something.
But
That could be considered a form of necromancy.
that's still within its own dark realm of magic.
Yeah,
That's a very fucked up realm of magic.
So,
could you do that?
how long does the potion of invisibility last?
As long as the spell would last.
10 minutes, I believe, is
Oh, wow,
invisibility.
really?
Wait, so can dragons see you when you use that? Yeah, they can.
Unless they, well, if they don't have true sight.
Yeah, they'd have to-
However, they get advantage on perception in their lair,
Is
so
it just
you
normal
giving them
invisibility?
disadvantage, would just make them just roll normally. But they can
Up to
And
an
it's a
hour.
check, and they're in their lair. They can choose to pass.
Up to an hour.
Dang.
How long does it take to get back and forth between the smith and the,
Like a couple minutes, like 5-10 minutes.
5 minutes.
So I'm gonna get back. I'm going to inform the party of the things.
And your dragonborn friend is being assaulted
Which one?
by a baby dragon in the face.
Yes. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I have an idea to make that even worse.
Told you meat.
And you hear me telling you in your eyes, oh, it has your eyes.
Run him back!
It's not mine, but it's mine. Damn it.
But there is a reason and why this would end up being worse, but why you'll like it in the end.
As I'm fending off myself,
You
with
like
dragon,
veal.
what is this that we're talking about?
I'm having a box commission for him, and you'll be able to carry him in the box.
Did we discuss the box ahead of time?
Yes.
So then I agree to it.
It is
Yeah.
being made. Also, there is a blade there. We will be trading the Hydra hides and this axe.
I know
would not
nothing
have
about
been
the axe because I didn't-
surprised if you guys had kept it. When I told you that, I was like, it might keep it. I don't know.
The Qui-Goth can use it.
I say.
But so you've already made the deal. So unless you're offering something different to a collector who you've already said, I'll give it to you in exchange.
I know nothing about the axe, so it's me to the axe.
So-
I already intended to sell the Hydra's tails. If you think the sword is
No,
worth
no,
it, to some extent, I trust you. Because you were technically the one who freed me
The
initially.
fact that they know.
And you've
But
done
we
your
also
best
need to tell them
do
still
resources.
about what's on this note here that I have.
The sword is better than the axe. And you want to tell the smith?
Yes, that they were assassination targets of the.
Oh, you mean where?
No,
And smith.
they were, no, the actual blacksmiths were on that list too.
Oh.
Yes.
I can pull it up and read it again if the
that's
part.
cool.
Pretty much
I
all
forgot.
the heads of all of the lesser houses were on there to be killed by the High King.
To put it plainly, what it looks like to you from there, you've met all these people. They don't seem like conspirators. They seem like concerned citizens. What is most likely
What you're on for.
is that
Good luck.
the king is insane with paranoia.
Think of
Fair
Cersei after she
You created
finds out about
Fair.
that, the bastards.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the murder boner is real.
yeah.
And they
Hey,
just
where's
got
our-
the blue pill.
So, I need you to coax the dragon to drink this vial of potion.
Fucking poison.
Nope.
What is this violation?
It is something that will conceal the dragon while we travel through town.
But won't people should be able to hear it?
If it's invisible, yes.
There's 2 dragon people walking with us. It won't be concerning.
That's fair. Conceal. It's not going to harm you.
They haven't seen a lot of Dragonborn, so they're screeching a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
Dragons
to
are
them,
just fucking
it's-
loud.
Look. Hey. Just mix it with windshield washer fluid.
Wow.
Mind you,
That's what it is. You're an asshole.
the smith was going to take about 2 hours to create the chest.
There was a very resounding. As soon as you said do 300 gold, everybody get the fuck out. I got real work to do.
So we can.
Give me 2 hours on this shit, except
So-
for the one.
So I would like us to hang out here for a little over an hour, and then we'll go back.
You want to read these books?
As long as it's safe,
Certainly.
I can consume.
Right.
Make it consume the drink.
So
And I have an idea about what we can use the Death of Drogi for. Tell this grand plan of turning the gnomes up against the High King.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
And the cultists.
Well,
16.
Cool. First one is Tensor's floating disk.
Ooh. Very useful.
These are not scrolls. These are effectively spellbook.
That means you can actually learn it. Wait a minute.
Is
So
there an
if the
increase?
paladins learn it, they should automatically have it.
They can't learn it.
It's in.
It's a wizard spell. The other one is Feign
So
Death.
that means
That hour that it
I
took
can
us
only
to
think
come
about
it.
back, were we just doing a normal walking pace or were we hurrying back?
I think you guys were just walking pace.
Feign death is people think you're dead.
I can look it up for you real quick if you like.
I can lay on
It's
the
going to
ground
be
and
very
visit.
bizarre trying to carry a dragon on my shoulder while it's invisible. That's going to be strange.
Wow.
I could hold it like a baby.
I have an idea.
What is the idea? I
Feign
think it's a
Death.
potion at this point.
You touch a willing creature and put it into a cataleptic state that is indistinguishable from death for the spell's duration of an hour, or until you use an action to touch the target and dismiss the spell, the target appears dead to all outward inspection of the target's used to determine the target's status. The target is blinded, incapacitated, and its speed drops to 0. The target has resistance to all damage except psychic damage. If the target is diseased or poisoned when you cast the spell or becomes diseased or poisoned, or under the spell's effect, the disease and poison have no effect until the spell ends. You could seriously cast Feign Death on the dragon thing.
Then bring it to the worm.
Be like, we'll take care of it for you. It would be
I do
an honor
that.
to bear
No,
this
he
glove
would
for
think
you.
it's dead until the spell wore off. If it was Feign Death.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and
he
say
would
we'll
think-
take care
And
of it.
then, see, it said we would take care of the burial.
Got you. I got you.
And you could
Okay.
give, and you also could give him the egg shards and be like,
It hatched
and
and
they,
it was killed.
By these demon cultists.
what did they do? They clearly poisoned it or something.
Killed by the High King. The High King wants you dead.
So we're not playing a part in the insurrection. We're starting it.
I have a subterfuge and I'm down.
You know, okay.
I
think-
Look, guys, I don't do intrigue, okay? But damn it, if you're gonna ram it down my throat.
I think the perfect name for this group then is Vault Tag.
Now we
a
can go up
scroll
to Billy
or
Joel
is that-
now and tell him we're
It's a spell
started the
book.
fire.
Oh, I
The
can
book
do
that
that.
Brokey was holding.
Oh, I can do that.
Nineties music references.
I have that as well.
the fire.
Part of my,
And
part
it's
of my,
funny
Wow.
because it's a dragon.
A red dragon.
So we're doing the Feign Death thing.
I was gonna say, let me do
That's
it
worth a
because it's
shot.
actually one of my
You are
spells. and
terrible.
you're not burning whatever, if that's a burnable spell.
I'm
Oh,
down
no,
to
Because
the
I can
spell
rest
book.
for an hour and get my spell.
Tony.
This is a
It's
wizard
a spell book.
Yeah, he just got it out of a spell
I
book.
got a
The
spell.
book
Yeah, but
what
you-
he pulled off of.
But
Okay,
you have to
okay,
spend
okay.
a slot, which you'd have to rest 8 hours to get back. I just.
No, he
rest
could
an hour.
rest. He could actually rest for 2 hours and arcane restoration it.
Yeah, but then he'd be giving
And
up
then
his
also
arcane
I
restoration,
could, in
right?
fact,
Corrupt 2 hours.
Corrupt doesn't do anything for it.
I can corrupt and take a spell slot back.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
but
but
my
how that
resources
spell is
are
written,
easier to
there is
get
no
back than
check
yours.
against to making it.
No, what he's saying is he can use his corruption and corrupt an area and take spell slot back.
No, I'm saying
Ooh,
that spell, how it's written, there's
I
no
don't think
check
you
to
can
see if it's
restore
actually
better
How
than
often do you
instant.
cast your?
Yeah, but-
Curiosity.
That, okay, when you corrupt that, Nick, is that ability done for a whole,
No.
until a long
No,
rest?
he has like
I
6.
I have
Well, no, I mean,
five,
how
I
many
have
times
five.
can you do that?
Oh,
to
it's
gain
like a
back?
charge.
I have 5 corruptions a day.
Oh, but
shit.
it would still,
Okay.
so that's, yeah, that's fine. I rest an hour and I get my spell slot back.
Yes, but once you do a short rest, you can only benefit from 1 short rest a day.
Oh,
Yeah.
He can get
And I'm pretty sure we
He
already
can
short
benefit
rested once
from
during this
short
day.
rest.
Because we were in
Plus
we were down below. In the
Yeah, I'll call that a short rest. Because you guys walked back anything non-strenuous. You weren't strenuous, so.
And our short rest continued while they were
Yeah.
off doing stuff.
well, I'm not gonna
I still
burn my
don't-
short rest,
I say,
because I had no spells.
I don't need to.
Okay.
If I only
need
get
my-
one a day,
No,
I,
I'm missing spell slots.
Yeah, that's the way the
Unfortunately,
rules do it.
I'm missing.
Otherwise, somebody could say, or like Nick could go and say, I'm going to turn every spell slot I have into a first level spell slot, create skeletons, rest for 8 hours, do it again, rest for 8 hours, do it again.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it'd be pretty fucking broken.
Yeah. I still think we need to kill off the entire town and make a town of husks so we can be kings of our own town.
Hey, I'm a
There are
host.
easier
They
ways
don't
to
work
do
that
this.
way.
It's called killing the high king.
In a duel, his throne, and then boom.
It only works if you shout him to
I
death.
don't think.
Oh.
I think we're going to
Kill him by
start
yelling
with
at him.
No, that's how you start a civil war.
I had this giant ass die, and I have no idea why.
D30.
It's for Cthulhu.
It's for Cthulhu. I know who he is. No, he has some credit.
He's future president of the United States, Cthulhu 2020.
You work.
There are no more American dreams, only nightmares.
I'm familiar with those.
Oh,
friends.
oh,
I vote for the lesser of two evils.
Sorry, I'm taking the last.
Cthulhu 2020.
That's okay.
I would gladly drink it except for the sugar.
The fruit punch aren't bad.
I think that might have more sugar than that.
Trust me.
than a Mountain Dew.
No, this does not have more sugar than a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew's like 40
What's
grams of sugar.
the-
It's fucking nuts.
24 grams of sugar and 20 ounces.
Dude's higher, I think.
Way
No.
higher.
Mountain Dew is definitely higher.
Yeah, it's like
just 30 something.
No, there are 2.5 servings, so that
Oh,
is,
46 grams.
This is
Still
per
48
serving.
grams.
yes.
I
It's
know,
a
it's
little
always
more,
per
maybe
serving.
60, but
I know.
still.
And
Well,
that
healthier
is
for you.
50.
It definitely is.
It doesn't have the sodium as well. That's the big
That's
thing.
63 grams of sugar in this one.
Yes, but that's for that entire thing versus one can of Mountain Dew, which is like basically 2/3 of that. Because Mountain
Yeah,
Dew is a bulk.
a 12-ounce can is 46.
Oh, see, this is only 53 grams of sugar total.
Yeah, but the other,
How many servings?
For the whole per can, 53 grams of sugar.
yeah, but here's the problem.
Let's see that for a second.
Wait a second.
We can, so about those 410 milligrams of sodium. That's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
You just drink more water and just get out.
And then 54 grams of carbs, if you don't use them, turn into fat. That's the issue. That's why me and Nick don't use as much pasta as the spaghetti and the stuff we make, because otherwise carbs just go to fat if you sit all day.
That's what I want to do, but I can't, unfortunately.
And then you'll explode.
Well, just like you guys know that these things don't actually have to be accurate. They can literally write whatever they want on there.
To an extent.
They actually have very accurate information on there.
I
Yes,
disagree
yes, it
strongly.
Well,
The FDA will get on their ass.
When I was in,
The FDA will be on their ass.
when I was in the treatment thing for alcohol and stuff, the lady who runs it said they don't actually have to put in.
They don't have to give you all truthful information.
There's
could be
nutritional
an-
facts and what's the other one?
Nutritional and supplement or something.
Yeah,
Supplements you don't need
supplement-
to be accurate on.
Yeah,
No, because
supplements.
if they
aren't, they
Nutrition,
don't fall
they
under
do.
the
If it
FDA.
actually says nutrition on it, it must be accurate or the FDA will get on their ass.
Okay, so this one is correct.
And
And it's not
rectify
a
the
fruits, you're fucked.
Exactly.
Are the
They will be on
sugars
their
part
ass.
of the carbs or?
Yes,
Yeah,
sugars
sugars
are
are
carbs. Straight. Yes, the body does digest them and it becomes several different versions
But,
of
yeah,
sugar proteins.
Usually
how much
sugar
was
is
that plus
included
one
in the
stuff?
carb count because carbs can become sugars,
Yeah.
but there's different types of
uncommon,
sugars
right?
they become.
Yeah.
Which some are nutritional sugars, some are not.
Yeah, glucose, sucrose, dextrose. I forget the fourth one.
I don't recall all of them off the top of my head. I know basically the basics of
All I
it.
heard was sugar.
Yeah, basically.
Not wrong.
380.
Because according to diabetics, whatever you call it, it's still sugar.
By the way,
so how much sugar armor?
after yesterday, you only owe me 200 gold.
So,
Well, after the last
Hold on,
session.
wait, I'm sorry, but I still need to know the price of the armor.
Regular full plate? You just want regular full plate?
I can kneel back and forth.
Then that's
My father
1,500 gold.
says-
so I assume that, after our hour,
So
we coax and drag into drinking the invisibility
Familiar
potion.
with Atkins?
And then you cast
Yeah,
death
high
upon it.
protein.
No, not yet.
It has a
Uh,
low-
well,
Maybe
here's
more
what-
weight.
even
We
though
want to
it's
get him
skinny,
into
it's
town
starting
and get him
to
into the
lost
box.
mill bars, even though the net is usually 2 to 3. And that's because of that.
Okay.
You already have a
What
water.
other kind of
I know,
What he
but
said, even with those
I currently
being technically
Hey,
deducted from it,
what other kind of full plate is
Magical full
plate.
you include it regardless.
That's probably gonna cost like 3 grand, isn't it?
No,
Doesn't really matter your body.
like maybe 2,000 gold
To
total.
assume.
More of a
Okay, I just want to say
That's not your favorite weapon, though.
Yeah.
Guys,
I mean, the only thing that could possibly remove the
while we're
center from
traveling
your
around
system
and
is
doing
lots of
random
fiber.
things, is it possible I can convince Trash to spend the
Along with
last
the
Man, I hate
fat
8
that
hours
cracks, it does
on
crack
this
smaller
magic
parts too.
I liked my,
To take care
I
of
liked my
roads.
paladin. My
Information
What
sucks.
did you want me to come with for the,
In a way, they do
talking
still.
They recommend
Dragon is
high
happening.
protein and high.
That is my room.
Then if I could get
High protein and
prices to finish the last.
1 to 3 carb servings.
Yeah, I level like
Yeah, 'cause that's-
30.
Just don't want you to talk yourself into a
Wizard,
corner. Still
Extra
very hard
hard
to
to
deal with.
looked at. Awesome.
She's like,
But like
I know you're
that.
close, David. I know you're close.
The
Oh,
ropes are now
If
done.
your dad likes tacos.
Yeah,
You
that's
have
what
to switch to corn shells.
Yeah, now it's
Every
just,
2 corn shell tacos is.
I did take the
1
time
carb serving.
to.
Right.
He actually is very,
I
really.
didn't actually want to look at things.
So a lot of times.
I didn't
he
type
doesn't
it
really
up,
go
but
out, get his tacos anywhere, whatever. If he makes them or if he does set sauce, basically for shells, because he likes to make taco salads.
Taco salads.
Yeah, he's a big fan.
I like the crunch. I like the
way
holding
it's
and
written.
so like if he ever gets the craving for like a holding one, let him know corn is your best friend. Because usually two corn.
He's had it since he was in college. The man is well.
Hey, so you guys spelled this right?
So I'm pretty sure he knows.
Whatever.
I'm not too worried.
Well, I know
Guys
for
get that best.
You're level 7 though, aren't you?
yeah, but I'm also benefiting from 45 extra health.
I'm just trying to make sure
You showed that to Ben as well.
Nick's husk.
What do you say?
That's
It's too
fair.
restrictive.
I am 64.
I
You're
think
satisfied.
I took a hit last.
I'm okay with it. I think
I
it's
took a
alright.
hit.
I think it's balanced.
Yeah, my.
So how much
you're
do I
still-
get for
I'm
chainmail of acid?
Oh shit.
Huh?
How much do I get for chainmail of
Oh,
acid?
so,
So the
Chainmail of acid resistance?
Yeah,
You got that?
I
that
did.
and a staff and.
Oh, how'd you get the full app?
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
What'd
Well,
you
you
get?
got it. You got it. It's good.
The app that he has, I have a full version.
I was say because you can download it, but if you don't pay, well, did you have somebody else
No.
that had it? Oh, okay.
Not on stream.
I have my ways.
Not on stream.
You're not
Not on
wrong.
stream.
There's also an app you can get that can add stuff into it too.
That's got quite a
Yeah, because I don't have $2,000, but I do have chainmail of acid resistance, a staff, my regular glaive.
So
All right.
that one.
Oh dear.
Which one?
That
That one?
one would be 20.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'll just be more than happy to accept an exchange.
Now I want to roll perception, I guess.
That is knowledge.
Okay, I want to roll no. Actually, I think I have a bonus to knowledge.
Which
Oh,
knowledge?
never mind. Well, it's nature.
No, it's Arcana for this.
Yeah. Fuck me! Nick!
That sounds like a great idea.
You said you were doing this on your own, so.
Isn't Nick still in there too? I thought we were all still in there.
No, they're all doing things to sue the dragon.
Yeah.
Wait, where is he?
He's went back to the blacksmith.
I never left the blacksmith. I never got a fucking chance to half the shit I wanted to.
Hey, dude, chill.
I'm gonna say if they're going, I'd stick around with him if he hasn't
Yeah,
done
I'll
stuff
go
yet.
ahead and switch it out. We're on for a cigarette.
So what was going on?
The armorer offered him an exchange
What armor does he
for
have?
the armor of acid resist, the chainmail of acid resistance in exchange for the +1 full plate.
Plus 1 full plate?
Which costs 1,500 gold.
Oh, 23?
2,000 gold.
23 Arcana?
Yeah.
Is that a good deal? Plus 1
You
plate
guys
for-
have gotten a whole lot out of this person already.
Not as much as the alchemist.
Now,
You're not wrong.
so the cost of that full plate could range anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000. What you are offering them is a rare magical item, which goes for about 5,000 gold. Now you're only getting half price, so it's around about's a fair deal.
So normal plate when they
Oh my
wear
God,
plate
it's
mails,
three
is it an 18 or 19?
It's an 18.
So it'd be a 19.
Yeah. But he's offering them his chainmail of acid resistance, which is a rare. So
A rare compared to an uncommon.
If he's doing an even swap, let's go for it.
the pricing,
It's one of those things where the full plate's going to suit Drew a little more than the acid because we aren't
Because
necessarily.
we really haven't really if we ran into a pool of acid after this, I'd be a little pissed, but I suggest to him
the
it's
next
a good
chapter
deal.
the next chapter is all gelatinous cubes.
The gelatinous cube chapter?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, let's switch it
Kidding.
up.
No, the next chapter is Never Blight.
So wait, is that the like is that the like the burying of spores into our brains and making we'll help you because we love you. Totally.
Well, we
That's
did
not
have
acid.
somebody that
No.
helped us with Nether Blight, but no, we went to a demon. People wanted to kill him.
People wanted to eat him.
That was one person
23.
wanted to eat him.
Compared to the
Wanted to
things
kill
that we haven't ran
You need
But I'll put it this way: if they were offering you this exchange for saying, "Oh, we'll give you we'll give you a +1 chain shirt for your chainmail of acid resistance," they'd be hosing you sideways. But because full plate costs so much on its own,
Yeah.
it's a fair trade.
base full plates.
Yeah, and then so 5,000 maybe at best. They're making 500 gold on you guys who've already made a shit ton otherwise, and they've been giving you discount. left and
I'm
right.
using it today. I'll use it another 10.
So
So
I think it's a good deal. Are they getting the better of the deal? Yes. You guys just got the better of like 5 deals on them, though. So it's natural for them to want to protect an investment.
well, yeah, we also
They want you to
brought
bring
them
things
back,
back.
serious money too. So it's definitely within their interest to keep.
We bring back raw materials.
I thought it was an uncommon that Drew had, and it's not. It's rare, and I was like, oh, well that.
I would also before we depart from the blacksmith.
But we still need to return to them. We haven't returned.
Okay.
Drew just never left
Oh, okay.
because Drew kept trying to talk over people, and I was like, let Steven speak, and he did the same thing last week. So I was like, let Steven speak. Now he's upset because he keeps getting told to shut up, and I'm like, it's not that you need to shut up. It's that you're trying to talk over someone else when they're talking. So now he's annoyed and he's outspoken. And I'm like, it's the dynamic of the table and people have to learn it. I'm really bad at instructing people too.
Here we go. I think we're gonna get him back.
Okay. I'll explain. Drew.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know myself.
the reason you're having trouble having your voice heard is because every time you want to bring up what you want to do, someone else is talking. And I know it's difficult when there's sidebar conversations and people trying to get their own things done, to always keep track of who's got that spotlight in the moment. It's not a desire to ignore you. It is, I need to finish up with this person before I can come back. I have the same problem. I can't tell you the amount of times Nick had to tell me in the Skyrim campaign, AJ, it's not your turn. Let somebody else have it.
It's a Skyrim campaign?
Yeah, it was actually pretty awesome. Sorry you missed it. You weren't here yet.
And it was just like any time that you did Skyrim. What happens when you play Skyrim with a main campaign?
So turn off the save real quick.
There's a whole reason why there's a consistent, I don't want to say joke, or rather just a topic of blue dragons. Is because the main figurehead in my entire campaign was in fact a blue dragon who became a god that killed the Daedric princes.
Oh, shit. Most or all of them. The jury's out on that topic. Well, the jury's kind of in on that topic, but I'm not talking about shit.
Jury's in, they just judge jury next
They're
week.
just not patient enough
If you
to talk.
ever, if anyone ever talks about Daniel, it's actually the time wizard, half elf, who helped.
It's Chrono Trigger on crack.
Well, so it turns out that it was a fair deal.
fuck you.
So, okay, the reason I was like, oh, was not because they were trying to take advantage of you. It's because what I didn't realize was that armor you had was not an uncommon. It was a rare.
Oh, okay.
And so if they were offering you like a chain shirt for that, they'd be hosing you by over 1,000 gold. But because it's full plate, which defaults at 1,500, and to make it magical is 500, that's 2,000. A rare goes from anywhere from 500 to 5,000. I cut that price in half because they're used goods.
Yeah.
And they have to be, cleaned, managed, whatnot. I have to make sure I protect my investment of selling it. Brings them back to a round of anywhere between 2,000 and 2,500 gold, which means you're in about the right range where it's an even swap.
Yeah.
Are they getting a little bit better of a deal? Yeah, but the entire party has been buying and buying and buying. So them wanting to make sure they get back a little something when it seems like acid resistance is their thing.
Yeah.
I didn't make money off it for some reason. So
Yeah. I could definitely see why.
I feel like
So-
they may have made quite a bit of us at this point because they're
Probably.
probably pretty.
Well, they haven't, once they turn the Hydra into leather, what they're basically going to have to do, one of the things you have to do with leather to color it is there's a specific process you have to go through. This leather's already colored.
Saving our time.
And it's Hydra, so I would say that's at least a little bit better than cow.
Only a little.
And a lot they can make out of it. So 1,500, they'll probably be able to make $5,000 off of it.
Probably.
It's an exotic leather.
Can you
So
make leather out of anything skin?
yeah, technically.
Oh, true. We're not going down this
Please
path.
don't.
Yeah.
Can we not?
That's a conversation for the
So
other
the
side.
stats of a Hydra armor for studded leather.
They don't exist. I'd have to create them.
So the entire party gets back to the blacksmith.
Are you asking them to make your studded out of
Did we do
Hydra?
the thing?
Yes.
Okay. Is it currently invisible too?
That yes, it's
Alright.
currently invisible.
Okay,
That's
so
all
it's
we did.
invisible and is pretending to be.
Is the
don't need to
stream
tell me
nearly
stats.
over? Is the stream nearly
I have
over?
to restart the stream.
So we're in the early parts of it.
Yes.
I hope we didn't lose too much.
Yeah, same here.
It
We're
was
at
probably down
42
to
minutes.
maybe 20
Okay.
minutes towards the beginning of us trying to figure out what we're doing.
All right.
So start
I
making
can
them
just treat it
invisible.
as a +1 for now, and we can discuss other stats later.
They'll have regen 1.
Ooh. Damn.
That's worth it.
It's Hydra. That's what they fucking do. However, if you get hit by fire anytime in the day, it shuts it off for the day.
Okay.
That's
Avoid
fair.
fire. Got it.
Avoid the fire.
That's a good.
How
That's a
does
good
it
thing.
Stay
for
away
life.
from me sometimes.
Okay. Sleeping baby Dargan is sleeping.
Yes.
By the way, this is not a dragon. It is a Dargan. It is a child. We must refer to it as a Dargan.
I will
It's a dog.
mark the.
Remember, when we attack them, we need to be on the sides. Attack dragons from the sides.
That's
And don't get
black
caught in
hand.
the red dragon's breath left.
So you
No.
want to read the titles.
If you stand in the front, you get hit by the breath attack.
Those
If you
are
move back, you
black
get tail
hand.
swoops. This is rating 101.
It's a bite.
I also try to
Go from the side, it'll
thumbnails
reach in
and
the face
stuff.
with its wings.
So if you go into one of those
DARGUIN.
DARGON.
then
Dargan. Okay.
We just switched the R and the A in dragon or Dargan.
And that implies that it's a baby still.
Mhm.
Oh my god, Dargan. So at what point is it no longer a Dargan and it's a dragon?
Several decades.
No. Try a century or so.
Okay.
You have a friend.
I have a friend for life.
Yeah. you-
Well, it's certainly going to outlive you.
That's for damn.
Unless you
I
become
am
a husk.
mature. God damn it.
Or ascend.
I'm sorry about hospitality later.
I feel like that's just an unfortunate set of events. They have a hospitality.
let me turn the sound off.
Well, it's
Yeah.
entirely possible in the future.
Read Red Dragon Wormling. That's what you have.
Take a picture.
They'll
Yes.
last longer.
Take a picture of it.
3 seconds.
Oh,
It's 3-second lag.
about the,
It's not bad.
right around a 4.
You can usually just safely assume it's 5. That's your best bet.
All right. So, Sleeping Dargan, check.
Yep.
In a box, check.
Awesome.
Invisible, check.
Okay. We'll also take a moment to inform our blacksmith friend.
Freeze it.
While we were
Take a picture.
butchering cultists,
No, I'm sure I just
Okay.
throw that in there.
we came across a letter.
The letter you actually found when you were butchering the assassins who were taken over by a mind flayer. If that matters for you, for how you explain things.
I will blatantly say that.
So we killed the mind flayer and found out he was in control of the Assassins Guild.
Look at that.
By the way, here are some parts of the
He got
mind
straight
flayer.
like a madman.
Just for authenticity.
I only slightly outpower right.
We got this letter
Mhm.
off of the, what was it called? The
Head assassin Logren.
head assassin Logan, who was in fact being controlled by the.
This was actually the person who sent you to see if Logren was okay because of her old childhood friend.
Yeah.
He's not okay,
He was not okay.
but he has been saved and redeemed as much as possible.
Here's his body.
I don't think he took it with us.
Yeah.
He
we took Logan's body.
He did
I'm
actually
upset.
tell me he took the body
Oh, are you presenting the dead body?
of their friend.
Yeah, he wanted to do it. He needs to be properly
Just
buried.
remember,
trophy?
imitation is the kindest form of flattery. He's imitating you bringing dead things. I brought a dead thing back too. It's different, but it's the same.
Well, okay then. And here he is.
Can you bring him back?
I almost think it to be unwise.
Why?
Um,
He was a good man.
he once was a good man. His mind was distorted and tainted by a mind flare. He was controlled and taken. Your friend is long dead.
No, there is nothing. Okay. Well, what of this letter?
It is signed by the High King.
Why would assassins have a letter from They just stop and it's like, click. It's like, oh, fuck.
Relatable.
It's okay, you're not alone on this list of death.
Yeah, I go to
There's
explain.
loudspeakers on it too.
I go to explain that.
What are you prepared to do about this? You are outsiders at worst, friends at best.
The good news is the Worm King should be on your side.
Have you spoken with him yet?
Not as of yet. However, we have grave news to bring to him.
Well, we told him about how the high.
So if I understand this entire scenario, you are going to take the entire. This is out of game. I'm asking this. You are going to take the entire events of everything that happened at the Whirlstone Caverns and use it to unseat the High King.
Yeah.
Okay. Please continue with your explanation.
I wonder if they would consider the king the voice of our leader. I demand a shrubbery.
The leads in the lesser houses will have to come together.
Their names are on here.
Like, you got a pretty strong bite.
I could arrange a
On top of
meeting.
that fire gun.
However, arranging a meeting under the eyes of Mr. Paranoid is
Just imagine 24 fire guns.
difficult. If he figures out what we're doing before we do it,
12, they say.
we will all die.
We can travel to the. We can travel to the other houses. Alert them of what's going on.
Be careful. Someone is always watching in this city.
And your willingness to follow the Wormsmith.
It's just a nod.
Then
Well, I mean, he does provide the fire, so.
yeah.
This is a blacksmith family. They're all like,
So
we need him, he needs us. We're good.
then
Self-sustaining.
I would advise by his name, follow the right path.
Steven, make me a perception check.
That is high.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see a keeper of the flame in the doorway. Boom!
Did he see the dragon?
Shouldn't have.
He
Invisible.
overheard a conversation.
Yeah, that drought poison that paralyzes people.
You have boots of speed. I know you. I didn't do this to fuck you. I did this to give you a moment. Damn it.
Well, here I go killing again.
Here we go again.
All of a sudden the Kenku disappears.
Are you speaking stoning this? Are you speaking stone this to Nick?
Yes, I am telling him. Keeper of the stone heard us. Keeper of the flame.
Misty, step out the door.
Just like,
Wait, don't you disappear when you do that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so I can't even follow you now.
Well, no, you could see where he went.
He
turned
turns into a cloud.
Okay, okay. When someone, imagine if I disappeared all around, just disappeared from where I'm sitting. What's your first reaction? Where'd he go? He's over there.
Which way did he go?
And you just see Nick running the fuck out the door, I imagine.
And you hear
And someone's about to scream in the Wormsmith's name, stop.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll take off after Nick.
Yeah, and I will say
So how long do I catch up to? Does it take till I catch up to him?
You have the boots of speed.
Yeah.
He doesn't make it a block before you're on him.
So the three of us are still in there, right? With the blacksmith,
Yeah.
assuming.
Wait.
What's my AC now?
That's a crit.
That's a natural 20 right there. What are you using on him?
My daggers with drow poison on them. There's 2 of them.
Goodbye, kidneys.
No, that's paralysis poison.
Yes.
It's still gonna hurt like a bitch.
Goodbye,
So I want you to
kidneys.
remind you that the Wormsmith instructed you to do what the keepers told you to do, but report it to him first. That was his big thing of, I can't trust them. I need someone who can be paid.
Well, the lowest is going to be
They'll
let's say
be-
14.
They'll be like a priest.
And it's not the first time I've killed a man with a cloth. So.
Or a woman.
man wearing the cloth.
I didn't kill her. I made her have a really bad day, but I did not kill her.
So what happens if Steven accidentally pokes himself with his blade? Like just
He makes a save. He needs to roll for a save.
You really like end up like paralyzing
Yes.
yourself just from a little poke?
Yeah, you
Previous-
can get that stuff too. Applying poisons and creating
In previous editions, you had to be proficient in poison crafting, or you risked poisoning yourself at every opportunity.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's in my campaigns. If somebody who wanted to start trying to use poison wasn't proficient in it, I'd make them roll disadvantage using it. And if they
I'm
critically
not quite
failed,
proficient in it yet.
if they critically failed, then they poison themselves.
That's great. Okay, so I just wasn't sure if it like had like an actual deep cut or like if just a little poke to break the skin.
A little poke. If you make blood, contact.
For a real world equivalent, it's
How much
basically
damage?
like using the poison
Well,
of
let's
the,
see here.
The
Poison
poison
is
of frogs.
poison, so
Yeah,
he needs to make 3 checks.
all you need is
For
a
Little
paper
cut.
towel and
Yeah.
your font.
Yeah, some of these poison. Janet Jackson.
Good night, everybody.
One,
Jackson's raised a market drop,
2,
That's his sister.
Yeah, I thought so.
all 3 pass.
So who's Jesse?
I 12, 13, and 17 is what he rolled. I got nothing.
Another
Keep
sister.
in mind,
His DC's a
Oh,
12,
I'm
isn't
thinking
it?
of Jesse James. I know who that.
Oh wait, I need to make sure he doesn't have a negative to con or something.
keep in mind, Michael Jackson were 2 of the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
It's 60.
Nope. Nope, he does not have a negative, he has a plus. So the lowest he got was a 13.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you. What's my AC and the magic stuff on the armor?
19.
Okay.
It's
I run out the door.
DC
How far
13.
away is he from us?
It's a 13 con.
13,
Yes.
and the lowest he got was he rolled a 12 and they have a +1 to their con.
Damn.
I'm sorry, man.
Well,
I'll even show you so you don't feel
I
cheated.
know it's fine.
I'm like, oh, they're
He
keepers of the
tries.
flame, so they're probably a priest. No, the priest. The plus side is he's worth 450 XP.
Oh, so when you
That
eventually murder.
is-
Oh, yes, he's getting murdered. I'm pretty sure he's getting murdered. The murder hobo is strong with this group.
Try not.
To be honest, I really want to paralyze someone and tie a rock to their leg and just drop them in the freaking lake or something.
Easy there, Capone.
Look,
See?
okay, that's an evil act right there.
Yeah,
that's like a true evil. Thing is,
That's like
Murder
that's
Hobo may be strong with this group. That's because it's personified by that individual right there.
That's why I started laughing as soon as he said
Look.
the murder hobo was strong with this group.
Oh, you know,
It's right there.
that's like ripping the wings off a butterfly just to watch it die.
yeah.
Yeah.
So right, is the Keepers of the Flames are working with the cultists?
No,
I had it.
they are a the Keepers of the Flame. Their power stems from their influence, their psionic abilities,
Okay.
and their influence over the Wormsmith. If you are about to become more influential to the Wormsmith than they are threatened. So they're going to spy on you so they can turn things around for themselves. This one was spying on you, made the mistake of not stealthing, and you said,
Oh, hi, bitch.
Here
Time
I
to
go.
die.
Here I go killing again.
So he may not have been for.
Crush
So
it.
yeah, 32 damage.
He's dead.
Okay, I was literally about to go toll.
Steven,
And
150 XP.
and
Nobody else got to participate. I did the same thing when those two had their solo fights.
Everyone got experience when I killed Droki.
Fine, take your 50.
Wait, did you get experience for killing Droki?
how much,
Everyone got 25.
Oh my
How much
god.
experience?
Yeah, no, everybody got 25.
How much experience do I get for killing the priest?
450.
All right. Kyle.
Don't worry, you're all getting a chunk of XP for what happens next. Because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
we're gonna fight.
We're in a crowded area, correct?
I'm not bogging the entire damn game down by you guys launching a 4-week insurrection on the city. So we're gonna cutscene that shit.
I was gonna say,
So,
Ooh, do we get to see our custom characters and how off we look in the campaign?
No.
You're probably the one that would change all of your armor into something pink and fuzzy.
But I told you
Um,
something fuzzy.
I would change my.
so
Do I kill him in a crowded area?
Yes.
I will 27 to stealth in the darkness.
hits his bronze.
With his
Can
body.
you roll to teabag his corpse?
That's not a roll, that's an action.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
No, I don't know. Maybe you need a certain amount of acrobatics.
So
Good night,
basically,
everybody.
you're saying that as you jumped into him and stabbed him with both your daggers, you're going to stealth the both of you. So you're saying.
Oh, look, he's so cool. Just
So
down to
quiet.
the back of your backpack. Just okay.
Yeah, no, they can't beat a 27.
With this,
With disadvantage. Yeah, it's mean. It's all your fault, Nick.
Night, everybody.
So you literally just ran into him and stabbed him.
I speaker stone to him. Very good. I turn back around and I go back into the
Nothing
store.
to see here, people. Nothing to see.
All right, guys.
Literally, you can't see.
And the guards do rush over like,
I swear there was somebody here a moment ago.
the fuck is on the ground?
Arrowbeak now has a new nickname.
There's a random puddle right here. Cranberry juice.
It only gets
Sorry, guys. That's not the can't anymore.
should I hide? Should I hide your body?
I can't do it.
Say again?
Over the speakerphone, should I hide? Should I
Bring it
hide the
up
body?
publicly.
Yes, have the body.
Okay, I take the time to dismember the body enough so I can stick it in my bag of holding.
I didn't tell him how to. Please don't. So,
Do you need a survival check on that one?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need details.
I'm kind of hidden near the back. Am I near the butcher shop or something?
Well, you're
Really? Are you gonna bake them into meat pies too?
You gonna feed him dragon?
We could finish the dragon. Maybe dragon.
Well, I thought if
You guys could say 100 pounds a day.
I thought if you were lawful, you couldn't just dismember bodies and shit.
I am not lawful
He's
anything.
not.
I am
Actually,
chaotic
we do
neutral.
I think we broke Luke too.
Yeah.
is
Is he okay?
He's having a coughing fit.
If you see him fall over the railing, then get worried.
Don't worry, there's a light
You're
powder
gonna
on
push him over the railing? Jeez, man.
Okay.
That was brutal.
I'm gonna check on
You found it. I could stick him in a chest and have that to play.
The best part is he was just about to open the door when that went off to, grabbed it and just.
Yeah, ready?
Water?
Want a penis up your butt? Oh, wait, we're on stream. No.
He did not say that, everybody. Purge
You need
yourself.
water. Bag. He needs a bag. Fuck.
I don't know where bags are.
I have sick bags in my car.
Above, AJ, above the refrigerator, there are bags. There you go.
Make sure it doesn't have a hole.
I have a drawer.
I think he's hyperventilating.
No. I was gonna say sick bag.
I thought you're supposed to use a paper bag for that.
Well, we don't really have any paper bags.
Does plastic bags actually work still?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
so
as
it's
long
just
as
to
they're
capture the
tight.
air.
honestly, I don't even know like how it helps it. I mean,
What did we do to make them hyperventilate?
It's restricted.
He was sick last week with a pretty bad whooping cough.
Oh.
And all laughing. And you probably activated from the coughing fit and he started hyperventilating.
Alright.
So nobody could have known that. So it's not a big deal. But
Something to be aware of next time.
well,
I mean, he made the John Cena jokes.
You'll be a few minutes out there, bud.
That's gonna take me a
You're welcome to come back in.
You can come back inside if you want, Luke.
When
You'll
you
be in
have
a few minutes. All right.
He's doing the 1960s, using the cold to get his sickness out treatment.
So,
Get some leeches. It'll be good.
So I put down my
Forgot.
my nice little
Here's
hut of
everything.
stealthiness. I put down my dark cloth that's in my burger bag to capture all the blood. And I just went to the body and stick it in my bag of holding.
But he's probably going to feed to a dragon there.
Probably.
so,
God help him. So
And
many
no, Drew.
eyes
It's
are
only,
listening.
and no, Drew. It's only evil when you do it.
so that's how I was thinking. What the hell? Why can't I dismember bodies? I get told no.
because he's eating the whole body. You only want parts.
Well, I mean,
And you also kind of imply torture for part of it. I'm just saying.
it
He's
depends on the
already
body, though.
dead for me.
Yeah.
He is a bird.
He's
He's Garrett.
He currently is. He murdered the dude, which I mean we kind of needed that done anyway. But
I kind of did.
he is
murder
hiding the
somebody.
corpse.
In bird culture, it's called covering vine tracks.
Hey.
Speaking of holding things, now one last thing.
God help anybody who
The
gets my
glass.
bag of holding.
You get your bag of words.
Dude, if anybody opens
the hell?
There's
like
like
6
items.
bodies in
It
here.
would be very, very.
Could you
important
imagine when you put the one body that breaks the bag?
for, one.
300 pounds of body.
I'm trying to.
Sorry. One, speaking stones.
You said something before that I didn't catch.
I said, speaking of holding, there would be something important for all the nobles of the houses to have.
Okay.
One, speaking stones. It would be wise for you to be able to speak with the wormsmith uninterrupted and not being passing of notes.
You're talking about a community speaking stone.
Whether or not the wormsmith has several speaking stones or there is a way to interconnect them all. Second, our party needs bags of holding.
Those are not inexpensive items.
How much is one?
They're rare.
They're quite a lot.
I might have a different option. It might be more cost effective.
So if
Are bags of devouring
cheaper?
cheaper? Because that may be very useful in our
Just don't get them mixed up.
Sorry, Ben.
I think Luke actually is gonna be one of them's drinking. Yeah, it was like my first
They
thing
had
in
the
here. I was going
advertising.
through. Well, I was gonna sneak
Advertising
everybody's
more expensive than
tents
that.
and see like a
It
lock
is,
of hair. One
but
of their
it
things.
can hold
Well,
on.
actually, it was a lock of their hair.
What a bag of holdings are just
Yeah,
like
because,
Yeah, give me a drink.
right.
And you
so
have
I
a
have
there.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
If you
Because
try to take one of my
they're-
things, I'd probably
you-
switch to it.
Yeah.
Mainly
Well, I'm
just
gonna sneak
because
into his tent, steal off of the
for
stairs.
the fact of you don't have to spend any time looking at it. You're like, I want this. There it is.
Wait, does my guy have hair?
Yeah,
he does.
Okay, all right,
I'd be okay.
okay.
So
You
how
want,
long-
how many did you want?
One for each party member.
They don't require attunement, I believe.
No,
No.
they do not.
Yes. You didn't want that roll.
Yes.
So,
They're
wait,
cursed. Instead of whispering, they
Oh,
just
wait.
broadcast it across
Yeah, he's
everything.
two tens. I'm like, well, that's not much better.
Keep rolling sevens on that.
There we go.
I would be able to part with 7 of them. Is that how many of your are in your group?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, plus the kids, so 7.
So I can have a body bag. of
Hey, hey,
What?
that's my thing. I suggested the body bag of holding
You can't
sessions
have one.
ago.
You can't have one. You're a goblin. Goblins can't have nice things.
It's true.
I
You are the
put some
reason we
shit
picked up
on
nice
it.
things, apparently.
It'd still be a nice thing.
It's in the rules.
So this dagger, is that why I have the dagger? Because it's not a
Rule
nice
7,
thing?
Section 3,
Probably.
paragraph 2.
Article
Goblins
6?
can't have nice things.
Article 6 subparagraph. Anyway,
Technically, I'm not a goblin. I'm a husk.
you're
To
a
do a
goblin.
sub-paragraph, you'd have to have the initial paragraph. wouldn't you?
Shove it. I don't have to follow your outline rules. 150 gold per bag. So
Wait.
it's 900 plus 150, so 1050.
What does this bag do?
These are all bags of holding for the entire party to get bags. of
Oh, I
holding.
thought he was
I can
looking for
offer you
this,
300
that
since I'm
whispering stone of
Listening.
for all of us.
I need it on my phone, so I
Yeah.
can party funds real quick.
Yeah.
And then anything left over, somebody can either pitch in or we just
So,
After
so,
two.
so we need
After
1,100
years in the Air
total?
Force, like, say, by like
1050.
1050?
Can I at least
Per
get a
person
rate
or
rest? Total, please. It's so much more comfortable.
If everyone's okay with it, I will put a down payment with the current party funds, and then whatever's left will split.
Okay.
Okay. What's the current party funds question?
There's
So
what?
what is all the
7 of
priest
us?
anyway?
It's only 150 per person.
Yes.
That's not bad.
6 is 900.
Unless you do
And
want to,
seven
in fact,
is
buy your own.
Goblins can't have nice things, so
Okay, so we're only purchasing 6. is what you're saying.
buy me 10 backpacks.
It's a joke, Tony. Goblins can have nice things, but only very specific ones.
Just right on there, not
Like
nice.
a body bag of holding.
They're like, you know how monks had a vow of poverty? Well, goblins have a vow of shit.
Hey, I put mine in a bucket like every other goblin.
No, you don't.
Hey, wait,
Oh,
what
wait,
happens
that's
if
right.
you
I
were
think
to,
I'm a
like,
human.
open a bag of holding and dunk it underwater? Would it fill with the water?
Yes. A lot of fucking water.
It's a lot of.
You couldn't pull it out.
300 pounds? Yeah, you could.
No, it's always 15 pounds.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And it stores what, 300 pounds?
Something like that.
I think it's actually up to 500.
Dang.
500?
The thing,
a lot.
the other thing
Okay,
to
Google.
remember that if you put something sharp in your bag of holding, you will pierce it.
How much
That would be
gallons
bad, unfortunately.
is 500 pounds of water?
500 pounds.
1 US gallon of water equals 8.35 pounds of water.
8.35.
You said how many pounds is 500 pounds of water?
Okay.
So there's a
So
remaining
8.35.
there's a remaining cost of 242 gold. If we subdivide that by 7,
That's almost 60 gallons of water.
Holy shit, that's a lot of water.
Yep,
That's a lot of water.
And these bag of holdings hold how much?
they're standard.
So the 500?
If that's what a standard bag of holding is, yes.
Wait, and it holds 500.
Okay, cool.
okay. So if
How long does
everyone
it
pitches
take water
in
to go rinse
I wasn't grabbing the wrong book, which is at the bottom.
34 gold, 5 silver, and 7 copper.
The water should
Can I just give you a round number in gold? Which makes my life easier.
No, we have to make your life complicated.
You can sell
Cool.
it, right?
If we each filled it full of fresh water,
I
we'd have
start
6
singing
months
some
before
Avril
that
Lavigne
water
song,
would be
you know,
bad.
Another thing I was thinking though is you
So,
can fill it with water and
You want a
use
bag of holding? Give me 35 gold.
500 pounds, 450.
35 gold?
250.
35 gold.
35 gold.
I have to.
However,
I'll
only
distribute
64 cubic feet.
And pay for this.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh.
Wait, I know who you bring.
AJ.
Paying for your portion.
You said
So could
35
you like
gold?
fill a bag of holding with water and then like push someone's head in there to drown them, or just, would you have to be able to close it?
Depends how much water was in there.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Did
So
you
it was
just overfill your
yours.
bag of
I was like,
dismemberment?
Oh, it's a very rare arrow.
I'll be right back. I gotta go get my laundry detergent.
What's wrong?
I have to go get my laundry detergent.
You're leaving?
No, she's right down there. I gotta get it from her.
Oh,
So I'll be buzzed in a moment.
no.
We could just toss it up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Why don't you just go over there and just like whip it up at us?
Because Leslie has a bad back.
Cool, I have a bag of holding
Wait,
now.
Dudley?
Leslie.
Oh, I thought you said Dudley at first. His wife's name is Dudley? What the fuck?
We don't judge in this household.
I don't know, it's just that'd be a weird
Well, we
name.
do, but that's not the point.
Hey, we're doing it in judging and shunning.
You have a point.
Are you mapping?
So how long does it take for me to dismember this body?
Probably not very long. I'm
Well,
assuming
you're a bird. How
proficient.
long does it take you to eat it?
I'm not eating it.
Of course you are. We all know what's really happening.
I wouldn't do that in the street.
Kurt, well, I mean, you're hitting him into the shadows, so I mean.
I
it's
am a
not like-
sophisticated bird. I will do it in the brothel.
Beautiful.
So, hyperventilating. 3, 2,
No,
1.
no, not this time.
Is that what was happening?
Yes.
And we did do the exchange for his sword, right? And to get him
Me.
fast
Yep.
his sword.
I got the demon sword then.
Yes.
I still have my silver sword, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
so by the way, can I turn the fish pinkies into fish sticks? What?
That's not how fish sticks work, dude.
Well, it's fish meat.
So you're saying you like fish sticks?
I don't know.
I know what you're about to
No.
do. No. Stop.
So,
Don't stop. Continue.
how long does feign death last?
Hour.
An hour.
An hour.
We got-
Okay.
That's more than enough time to be like, oh, I guess I'll just, we're gonna go over here. Bye.
Yeah. So,
Insurrection is beginning soon.
Just one last question. about the
Blizzard
sword.
trademark
Sorry.
soon.
Is it just a standard sword or is it a long sword? You said it's a
It's
one-handed
standard.
weapon, so it's a
Yes.
standard or long sword?
stand by.
Yes, on both counts. The long sword is a standard sword.
Crap, sorry.
Did not know
I
that.
forgot
Thank
it
you.
moved so quick.
There are no hand and a half swords in it.
I just kind of screwed it.
Which they combined bastard swords with long swords.
Because they're versatile. Because the thing about bastard swords is only if you are proficient in wielding a weapon of the additional length could you use it in one hand in previous editions. In 5th edition, they did away with that and said you can use it in one or both. It's up to you. You do you, B.
If you were to
Exotic
would it
weapon
increase its
master.
damage then because of the extra strength?
Hmm?
If you were to dual wield, if you were to basically two-hand it instead of one-hand it, would it increase the damage just due to the additional strength?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It does a D10 instead of a
They
D8.
were very level.
Oh, sweet, that's cool.
And they weren't.
I'm not going to do that. I'll give you the shield.
Yeah.
Same thing with my
Give me
hammer.
that extra AC.
You lose the AC if you use two hands.
I know, that's what I'm
Which
saying.
is
That's
why
why I'm
you-
keeping the shield.
Which is why you'll see me sometimes.
That's Yogi
Because they did away with
Sometimes I'll roll the
buffers.
dual pyramid. Sometimes I'll roll the weird little
and Thea.
spinny roll.
Does look like she wanted to sit still for the picture.
So somebody whipped out a pretzel.
Oh.
And it's also.
What's that?
The Cody's dogs. And then they got cuddly.
So we're just gonna tell Tori we don't need dogs, right? We're just gonna go see Cody regularly.
Yep.
When she needs her puppy fix.
Exactly.
So what is the pre on him?
Gonna make me look shit up?
Your butt.
And I'm assuming it's slashing damage, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. I think my slash is 6 current.
No,
Okay, if he just has vestments, fine.
Is whatever the damage die of the
I doubt he would
weapons.
be just wearing a chain shirt.
Deal that
This is
number of insert damage type here.
I'm just basically copying it off of my silver sword.
Well,
That's-
Well, I walked back
Yeah,
into
that's
the
actually
black
the
market.
silver sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
it's a
it.
slash.
The only reason why
So
I
for me,
decided that one instead of my other one
Eventually, in the
was
long run, I want
easier
Caliban
to
to eventually
So
have
selling
an
this one
enchantment,
and
one
one
hammer, an enchantment. battle axe, and an enchanted
I still like the revolver.
Morning Star.
Yeah.
So I've got
Demon sword.
Other guns.
I have a weird question.
And a hand axe.
Yeah.
Three of them, actually.
yeah.
So it's only when the bag
My thing
is
is,
closed
I
or
have
somebody's
a warhammer, a battle axe, and a Morning Star. I will have one of each of the
Can I like send in a gnome or something to install some shelving inside?
Morning Star, aka Spike.
So,
I know what a morning star. I was like, man, you know a morning star?
Before we
It's definitely some bludgeoning.
It's piercing.
It's labeled
Both.
piercing.
before we get up to the,
I guess it's because
It's
it's
spike.
the spike ball.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's Spike ball.
I'm gonna cast
Still,
Fade
I
Death.
mean,
I would
it's a
just
spike.
The Clutch of Dragon.
Exactly. I personally would roll
Okay.
with it.
You don't want to
But
combine
before I
the
do
two
it,
because
I'm gonna look around and make sure that
There's no keepers.
there's no keepers. Okay.
Did you want someone?
Because there are some
to-
things.
Did you want someone
I
to
would
use
assume
the
there are
lantern
some
of
monsters that are
true
resistant
seeing
to
before
one,
you do
weak to
this?
the other.
Yes, that's it.
I figured that was your line of logic, but you
So
might have
if
forgotten
you
about it.
have both piercing and bludgeoning.
Hey, who has that lantern of true sight?
no, I do not.
I
Yes.
think it's me. Yes. Lantern of Revealing.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Should I light that shit up real quick and take a look around?
You have 3 points.
We can
of
totally get this.
oil,
You
so-
can just ride on my guy's back with a
Just
pole arm.
Just
Just to their staff forward.
Yeah, except
You do it?
except that Tony's not skilled and it doesn't have proficiency in the skilled right
Yeah.
dumbass.
And because it's just a
Hey, does that mean I can get it?
lantern,
No.
it's AoE thing. Yay.
Yes,
You
too.
must have an intelligence of at least 19.
That's what.
So is there anybody glued to our asses?
So I
What you don't know is I do.
No, you don't.
I have a strength of 20, but I have an intelligence of 12.
The lantern of revealing is lit and he is looking around the room.
It's true sight. They're invisible. There's about 4 keepers in the room with you, watching you.
We didn't go in yet.
Well, whatever area you're in.
Oh,
They're like just following.
How long have you been here? Says the bird.
What bird?
I'm back. It didn't take me that long.
I dismember bastard and he go deeper.
I thought
Yeah.
you wanted to be in.
I'd like to have an encounter, so I just like
City.
are they all standing next to each other?
No, they're spread out.
Are they in relative?
Can I go guard the door?
You are pointing. Someone is pointing a lantern at them. And they're like, Arcana checks. 4 of them.
What is Funyuns? Yeah, Funyuns. They don't smell like Doritos.
They run the fuck out of the room the other way
Woohoo.
because they know what you're pointing at them. They can see it. They're paranoid.
How long were they there for?
You don't know how long they were there.
They could have just arrived.
Oh, they didn't answer. They left.
Oh well.
We left because we could now see them.
The game is afoot.
Well, do I need to go again?
don't know.
They didn't
Stop
see.
for.
They didn't see anything or hear anything about the dragon, as far as you know. So
Right.
It's not the dragon, it's the fact that one of theirs ran away and then disappeared.
They don't know this.
It may be too early for them to be aware. They just saw it. They may have seen him run. They do not know what happened because you went invisible, remember?
You were John Cena on their ass.
So because they left, I need to check on our special package.
Got you. Is there a private room?
I keep you that.
We go to a fairly concealed area.
you do have quarters here.
Oh, okay.
Before you go see the ground.
Well, yeah, of course.
Into the room with the lantern still lit. I'm letting that 6 hours of oil run.
So everything looks clear.
Mhm.
I go ahead and as quietly as I can cast Feign Death again.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Get that extra. So does
I
that
think it's a
stack
little
or that's
extra
just
time.
1 hour from the
No,
time of
it's
spell?
1 hour from the time spell.
Gotcha.
Right.
You think
There's
you
no
can-
wild
And
magic.
you wanted to chat with me before we go down?
Yes.
What's up?
I wanted to have a conversation with you alone. Is the characters in?
Well,
We're all going to see the Red Dragon, right?
not all of us.
You should bring me with.
I would suggest you and Rashash.
Okay.
You, Rashash, and Torin.
I was gonna say I'm the one carrying him currently.
Torin.
It's your damn paladin.
as well as also point out the letter from the king
Again,
again.
Well, he's already seen that.
And bring Dropi's body.
That's fair.
Oh,
well, we're in this
giving
private
Broken
room.
to you then, or am I going
I am
with
going to, with the two bags of holding, you just see me moving body parts from one bag of holding and bodies to
He's
the
gonna keep them
other.
separate.
what are you doing that for? We have a flag off.
Organizing.
Oh, so I'm carrying Dropi's body. I don't know. When
Yeah.
You have to make like,
No,
Am I gonna
I don't have Dropi's
Maybe
body, I have
yeah,
always
that's
had
the one.
Dropi's body because I have a bag of
So
holding.
I'm gonna carry him. Can I cover my bag of holding?
And the bag of holding, it
Oh,
keeps
wait,
it nice
it's a
and
body
preserved.
bag of holding.
There's no air or moisture.
Okay, just wanna double check.
it's like a backpack.
So the fewer people to go talk to him, the better, in my opinion.
He doesn't hate me, so.
Correct. Also, the more rapport you two build up with the wormsmith, the better.
There's
Oh,
still
do you guys want the two cultists that we have that were around the egg? To give to him?
We killed him.
The fairs of dragons for you are tasty and good with ketchup.
He's gonna want something to put his anchor.
I have a
Paladin, if you
noble
wish
in here
to
who would
carry
prefer
the
that.
cultists,
You have a bag of
you have
You have a bag of holding.
I had the
Probably
special
gonna be
package.
you had a special package. If
And I have a
you
demon sword now.
if you also want to carry Droki,
You do not have a demon
Okay.
sword, you have a demon slaying sword. There is a huge difference.
Yes.
One of them is really bad. One of them.
if you wish to present the shattered egg,
Sure.
and then Bryces will speak to the wormsmith.
I added that in there.
Rashosh.
Sorry, yes, Rashosh will be speaking.
Oh, I'm going to Dropi's body.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they
I'll put him in my bag of holding.
Yeah.
And you and I will watch the door for the.
Oh, you're not going inside to talk to the wordsmith?
Oh,
Not the
whoever
shit
does the
house.
talking, I grant them advantage by helping them.
Well.
Our bard will be doing that.
Okay, that's probably a good call. 'Cause I
Yeah.
probably should not talk.
Now,
Bloody
you and
hell.
I will be guarding the door outside to make
Make
sure
sure
that
that wasn't
the,
the roll.
the priests don't come
It's for
in.
something else.
I think.
Are you gonna take
we
the-
should
See how much
try to
bullshit he's
convince
already
This is probably for a
Light
No,
or
not
fire, whatever, those people, I think we should try to convince him that those people were trying to overthrow him and they're the reason why the egg got stolen in the first place.
They weren't trying to
That's why the egg is
overthrow
dead, therefore, well, I thought it was
It's
only,
not gonna take much to convince him of that.
yeah, I think we should convince him
He's
of
a
that.
grieving parent. It's not going to take much to do it.
Because then,
You're
not
not
only will he.
Well, he's not
remember,
grieving
like, once
yet.
we're done
He's
with the
just
mission or
upset.
something like that, we can always.
He doesn't
This
know.
is the,
That's what I'm
not
scared of.
servants, but what you.
So
Advisor.
Rashosh begins to speak,
And gets her head.
relaying the events.
I'm gonna, myself, Bryces, and Killfog will be guarding the main door, making sure that none of the priests come in.
Where am I in this current situation?
And-
Where you choose to hide.
Yeah,
Well,
And
there's no
for this
point in
circumstance-
hiding in the
because you
Dragons.
will be closer to
Not
the
from the
door.
wormsmith.
By the way,
I know,
since you will be at the door for the duration
However,
of this
I-
meeting, I will let you hold the lectern for the moment. That way you have a little bit more range.
Hanging on the gate.
That's a
So who's standing at the doorway to the wormsmith's lair
That-
while they're talking?
That'll be me, Killfog, and Bryces.
I thought Bryces was the bard.
No,
No.
Rashosh is the bard.
Yeah, Bryce is
yeah,
the sun elf.
Yeah.
Rashosh basically is going in alone, and when she comes back, she has a few items in hand, very small stones, about 10 of them.
Speaking stones.
He's in. He wants control of the city when we're gone.
Done.
Yeah, I'm ready to get the
leave.
fuck out.
I don't think anyone would question the reign of a red dragon, so.
Nobody.
Like, all hail our dragon overlords.
Nobody who wants to live long.
So let us go visit the nobles.
We should totally
What happened to
visit
the
this town
bodies?
after this adventure is done.
Does he still have the bodies?
I assume that the people who carried things in will be carrying things out.
Well, it depends if he wanted to eat the bodies or not, or just like incinerate the bodies of the things that killed them. He'll just,
Just as a venting mechanism.
Ooh,
I wouldn't say hoping, but
as I'm holding
Well,
this
here's
dragon shell.
Here's a thought, is the fact is that he would be making a mess in his lair. I don't think he'd want to do that.
Yeah.
He's carry it out.
Just do the thing elsewhere.
Dispose of that.
Hey, Aaron,
We get back to the.
when you get a chance,
Back to
say
the
not
other
20
bag.
about dragon eggshells. If they're worth anything for potion, they're all coming.
They would be, but you guys are turning that in.
there's a leg.
Oh,
There's
well, you said you assume anything we carried in, we carried out.
the other
That's what Nick said.
Oh, all right. So does he keep the eggshell?
Yes, he keeps
Okay.
the eggshell. He does not keep the child's body. Rashosh also comes out with 10 pouches. And she hands a pouch to everyone. This is our pay.
What's in it?
An opal,
I
the
know.
size of Tony's head.
Oh,
My head or his head?
Your head.
Oh,
That's a big fucking opal.
yes.
These are
one
this
jerk
is a
half
reward
German
of
head.
everyone getting 1,000 GP opal.
Can it fit inside my bag of holding?
Yes.
yes, it's but
Hey, my head would fit in there.
We can check.
This ain't that big.
I'm going.
I don't know. Sometimes I think Tony's got a really big
Hey,
head.
if my head can fit into a backpack,
I'm
it
gonna
can
leave
fit
it
into a
in the
bag.
pouch that it came in.
I don't want to
So I
know
have
if I
large
know
opal
that.
marks.
the squeaker's
And put in
technically
there,
a
it's
husk.
1 kgp.
Yeah, it's
I
probably.
don't have the answer to that question.
No, it's just more of a, can I stick him in my bag of holding? Have a little servant in there like, hey, I need this.
You're
And then he
not,
can come out in the midst of battle.
you're not sure. You'd have to ask a specialist to detect if they were undead or not.
Well, it was
you
an
have a
undead bat
specialist
before
right there.
involved.
You could ask a specialist.
Not right
Or you could hold his head underwater and see if it dies.
We are not
Did
reenacting
die.
the witch trial, so.
We ask that when we leave,
You husk it.
we do not return for some time because he will need to be dealing with things here.
Understandable.
Did we get stones of sending too? Or was that?
Yeah, no, he that's what the 10 stones were that Rashosh came out with.
All right.
How many,
There's us and there was ones for the main houses.
There's one, well, you guys already have 2 that will be interlinked to the group temporarily. It will basically be a conference call.
Can we like
That-
speak the name of the person that we want to individually talk to, or is it always party chat?
It's always party chat.
All right.
That's not necessarily, we have to save
How
our
many-
herb chats for later.
how many nobles are there?
10. He gave you 10 stones. You guys have the 2 for yourselves.
Got it.
And the conversation goes.
Oh, so we're cutscene, we got them, all the nobles?
Yep.
Inform them of all the things?
Yep. And things
Rabble.
things get bad for a while. Because obviously the guards hold loyalty to the king.
We need to start killing guards.
And everything
I told you.
everything out there, everything he's doing that the God King, the emperor thing of if it's against me, it's propaganda. And the guards are, of course, being Imperial Guardsmen and going, well, the emperor's right, because he's the emperor.
His words.
It comes to light during this time period that the High King is actually a skilled arcanist. He has a very strange weapon. The rumors go that it was a gift from his patron Asmodeus, and that his chief advisor is actually a demon. You are all able to successfully chase him out of the city. Wherever he went, he's gone.
This was who?
The High King.
Oh, Wait, how?
Till we meet again, important NPC.
Certain information has come to light during this time period. Now that all of the informations are talking to one another, before all this, ends up going down, well, at the resolution of it, really, you guys are able to discover that there are still other areas of interest to go to, like Bligdenstone. You are in the home of the Under Dwarves. There is a home of the Under Gnomes. That is Bligdenstone. With the close proximity of maybe 1 or 2 10 days away, there is the ancestral home of the Myconids. Generally, there are no troubles traveling in that direction. Lately, that has not been the case. Caravans are not reaching their destinations. All manner of things seem to be going very wrong in that general direction.
Of the gnomes?
No, of Neverblight,
Stool, mushrooms.
the Myconids.
Well, we know your
Some
stance
of,
on mushroom.
some of the
people.
nobles have asked if you could to go investigate and do what can be done with that situation before it becomes a worse one.
Burn it down? I mean, we all know his stance on mushroom people. So,
What's the stance on mushroom people?
They need
Kill
to
them
die. You need to
Kill
die
them all.
because otherwise they'll rape your brain after you're dead.
See, I tried eating them, but you guys wouldn't let me.
Okay, just
I would
because
die.
one Myconid is bad doesn't mean they all are. That's the truth of the matter.
So
Nick's
basically,
character-
you go through genocide every time.
Nick's character has a massive prejudice against anything that can fuck with your head.
Understandable.
I'm gonna try eating the one talking mushroom.
I still think you want genocide.
Did we have any down days during
Yes.
things?
Before you leave, you will have 20 down days.
oh, well, we do that thing we talked about.
Yes. I was successful in completing my robes.
Can I train in nature shit?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Can I do
For survival.
assassinations for hire?
No, it doesn't work that way.
Can I contract myself out to the
In order
Assassin's Guild?
to train in that, you would have to start multi-classing into a class.
Or he could take
I already have it as a skill.
okay, well, you have to level up and get to the next proficiency rank for that to go up,
Which would be,
like level 9 or level 11, or something like that.
So, you now have a magical weapon.
That's cool. I think I rid of one. I did not, so I ended up getting it part for my hydro.
Yep, he has 2 weapons.
Oh shit, I got to get rid of the
on one of those nowadays,
Okay, Nick was starting, so I'm gonna let Nick start.
We had a mild agreement on item crafting. I need to know who's interested in obtaining their piece first, what they had interested in. We need to figure out how long it would take, and what casters will be providing time into that.
I'm trying to think.
It will still cost money for resources and things.
obviously, yes.
You got those opals, man.
We didn't sell them off.
1,000 gold makes a lot of magical items.
Not really.
More
Say
than
not that many.
Depends on the item.
With the demon slaying sword, is it possible for me to add essentially the thunder elemental basic health potions you can get from it, since I do have access to thunderous smite?
You could add Thunderous Smite to it when you go to use it, but adding a magical effect to an already magic item,
That makes it legendary.
yeah,
And it's difficult as fuck.
no.
That costed my or in his campaign 50,000 gold.
That's a lot of gold.
I mean, you guys could easily sell the
some.
genie summoning ring, but I think the genie summoning ring is probably better than one character having.
Yeah, the CR8 that we have, that will overday.
That's
So
very.
Nick, how do I get my survival thing up to
Survival thing?
Yeah.
Like your
Like,
sword?
how do I like train in making survival crap and everything? Because I thought
Like
before,
equipment?
yeah, because I thought before you guys said that I had to actually train.
Oh, and equipment, dude?
Like,
I thought you were
so
asking to
wanna-
increase
wanna-
your skill.
You wanna craft equipment?
Yeah, I figure like making like string, rope, stuff like that. That's what I mean by that.
Oh, bear traps and things like that, man? Oh, yeah. No, I thought you were asking to increase your skill by training, and I was like, no.
Okay, no, my bad. No, I was just.
However,
training so I could learn how to make-
if you wanted to, there is a way. I've just remembered what it is. There is a feat called Prodigy in the Xanathars. Xanathars. It is normally only available to humans, half-elves, and half-orcs. I disagree with that, saying that there's no reason any one of the other races couldn't have someone who's a prodigy. So anyone can take that feat. If you take that feat, you double your
Proficiency score in that particular skill.
yes.
However, he's already proficient in survival.
Yeah, he just would double his proficiency
Yeah,
score.
we just get expertise.
Well, wait, so if you're -1 with something, and if you're, it would just double to -2.
Only if you're proficient in it. If you're proficient in it, you should not have a negative score. Because I doubt anybody would have a -5 or an ability score of 5.
That would be
Well,
good.
what
That
I
would trigger
decided
upon
this as a
dying,
It was the lowest
Trigger
trigger.
it.
standard array.
or maybe
That there's no
Spare the
negatives in this
dying
edition, thankfully.
amulet.
Well, actually, thinking about it,
If you're a kobold,
Death
you have
would allow him to
-2
stay up with one hit.
Very
that's true. However, one of the things that was running through my mind, we have materials to make rings of mind shielding.
Especially when we're
And
going.
we're about to go somewhere that becomes very prevalent.
Yeah.
Sure can.
I have a
I'm
bunch.
just saying it would be something good to put on.
Would that fix?
But we're still
insanity
incentivized to
I vote for that. I don't wanna go insane.
Rings of mind shielding.
Oh, that takes the madness away?
No,
Oh, wait, oh no, that's right, it doesn't.
no,
It does not take the madness away, but however,
Will it
makes
prevent
you-
madness?
no.
Alright.
It stops mind players from being like, oh, hey, you know that stun, AoE stun that can completely ruin you? No, you're good.
No, I don't think it does that.
Wait, so what does the ring do? Why is it so important we have it?
It-
Well, we were thinking.
If you're going- if you're gonna go fuck around with myconids, it's not a bad thing to have.
Basically, they can't do,
At
mind
least it might
fuckery
give us
unless you let them.
advantage on the saves.
Ring of mind shielding. If you could read that for the group, Stephen.
Oh, sorry, he did just explain it to me.
No, I'd like everyone to have the read.
You are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it. You can use an action to cause the ring to become invisible, until you use another action to make it visible, until you remove the ring, until you die. If you die wearing the ring, your soul enters it, and you can fuck around with people.
Your soul enters the ring.
Yeah.
It's the one way that the husk doesn't have to lose its soul.
And wait.
What happens if we don't have a soul?
plan we came up with?
You have a soul, Tony. You just don't have it in your body.
Well, yeah,
We can
it's
do that.
it's with the Raven Queen,
I would like to max.
listening to,
out.
you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
AC.
max out before I do
No,
something like that.
no.
No, it's not AC.
You're not listening
So,
to the highway.
what is the rarity of that ring?
Uncommon.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, uncommon, but it requires attunement.
That's fine. It'll become an attuned item, that's,
That will protect protect you from almost all of the things that myconids could do to you.
We have enough time to make everybody a rainbow.
You do have the time to make everything.
Well, after finishing your armor.
It's
how
20
many
days?
left?
Yeah, we have 20 days.
no, I'm trying to remember what the time scale is for.
That was between you two. That created.
It's in the DMG. The problem is that the type of magic it does, it's not necromancy, so I can't cut that time down.
Nope, you cannot.
Correct, there's something else.
That's why a lot of the magic items I was creating were like 10 working days.
Oh, do you need to ask first?
Okay,
No, I'm trying to
an
think.
uncommon,
Okay.
the magic item crafting time and cost is 200 gold and 2 work weeks, so 10 days. So,
Per item?
per item.
Shit.
How many, raise your hand
And
if
it
you're a
was-
magic user.
And it was how much?
For the expenditure of money,
Expenditure?
200 gold.
Okay. So for 20, how many magic users do we have again?
Everybody?
Except me. Well, I
Yes.
technically do use a little bit of magic.
You're a magic initiate. You are
Yeah, that
meant to
counts.
use it.
That counts.
I don't know if he can
I
craft,
don't,
but
yeah, I don't know if you can actually contribute. You have at
What
least level
use it?
1 spells.
Oh, yeah, of course I do. I've got shield right there, plus lightning mover and light. But the lightning.
What,
mover-
what spell level would that be?
doesn't really work that way.
Okay.
Crafting magic items. Creating a magic item requires more than just time, effort, and materials. It's a long-term process that involves one or more blah 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 adventures. Start with, the character needs a formula for a magic item in order to create it. The formula is like a recipe. It lists the materials needed and steps required to make an item. You've got the exotic material.
I have the gemstones. We have the
Like my
magic.
phone off, but then it doesn't have any updates.
Yeah, you actually migrated a couple times. You're getting a phone call. You have to stop.
No, not a phone call. So if it's
Okay.
getting a call, it's.
Can I finally have
two
these
long
voices
buttons.
extracted
One
from
high,
all
one
these
low.
places?
To create a magical item, you'll need proficiency in the Arcana skill.
That's me.
To complete a magic item, the character also needs whatever tool proficiency is appropriate, as for crafting a non-magical object, or proficiency in the Arcana skill. If all the above requirements are met, the result of the process is the magic item of the desired sort. If you are, okay, I think that it just mentions Arcana is bullshit because clerics have religion. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's their form of magic. That's their magic skill. So if you have nature as a wild thing, you can do that. If you have Arcana as a mage, you can do that. If you're a priest, you can use religion.
Yay.
What do you have for knowledge skills, Drew?
Well,
It's on your front sheet, buddy.
Oh.
With the-
Oh, you mean for skill, my bad. Yeah, I have none.
He,
I have history and medicine.
Is a fighter, so
I
I
have
think he has
wisdom,
two.
but no knowledge.
You can
Sure.
assist Luke.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can help.
You can assist Luke.
Alright,
You have nature?
Yeah, but,
You
or
can
no,
assist.
no, I don't. Crap. Survival, not me.
I have Arcana and religion.
Okay, so there's
I'm pretty sure
one.
deception and intimidation.
There are 3 people who can lead and 1 person who can assist.
There you
So that means you all have a total of what accounts to 4 work weeks. That means each of you could make 2 rings. Wait, no. Yeah,
that's-
each of you could make 2 rings.
That's perfectly acceptable because Brysis and Rashosh can create their own.
Spend all day crafting things, spend all night killing.
Yes,
Hey, you get the money. We won't ask where you get it from. We'll make the items.
The total cost of all the rings for every single person in our party plus Brysis and Rashosh will be 1,400 GP.
Okay.
So an opal plus 400.
Yep.
Dude, can you carve a helmet out of one of the opals if it's the size of his head?
You could, that'd be highly wasteful.
Yeah, that's.
It would be very weak too.
Yeah, it would be weak. Opal's pretty soft.
Anyways, how
But it
much
might
does cost
increase
to
the
extract
value.
all
It
these
might
poisons?
make it like
The
2
moment
grand.
The moment
You
he
can
said
sit
that
over
All these
in
poison glands.
opal headpiece.
the moment he said it was
Okay.
the size of his head, I'm
Now,
like, how
Oh,
the fuck?
yeah,
did
you have the
with-
mind flayer head
and
now.
with the distributed
Hey, I get it. That was a
we
big
probably
head
could solve that.
So you guys are saying, oh, if we're going to Neverblight, we're going
Yeah.
armed
Yes.
for war.
Yes.
It is entirely possible that the Myconid community is completely safe and
That's
fine.
why you put it-
Sareth in the background. No, it is not possible. No, it is not.
That's a fair assessment.
No, Sareth was a drow prisoner that was driven insane by the spores of the fungal demon lord, and made him kill someone. And then his whole thing was he was basically getting commands from her to try and get as many people to Neverblight as he could. The party
Make sure you
the party
has,
fixed his mind.
A ring of mind shielding. Everyone has a ring of mind shielding now.
And if you're not wearing it, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? It wouldn't be a problem if you weren't a hoarder.
It's not my fault I counted each of these things.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
How much do I make by killing people?
And then,
Nothing.
Mike, your weapon
That's
is
29
not
to kill people.
currently.
Oh, so you're not assisting with the craft.
I have
Then
my blood
that says
hammer,
8 hours a
which
day.
is magically
So
cannon.
you
I
got
also
more
than
have
8 hours
another
a day.
warhammer that is
That's 16
just a
hours. That
warhammer.
still leaves me.
No enchantment, no pluses, anything.
That leaves me still for 8 hours of sleep.
When it comes to weapons, I am thinking of eventually having a Morningstar and a battle axe.
And I only need for 5 or 6, what is it, 6 hours to be full rest, so.
Who can cast level 3 spells?
You are able to acquire.
I can cast, well, mine are always maxed at 4.
Oh yeah, can I make a hybrid weapon?
Like what?
Well, I was thinking a battle axe is pretty close to a pole arm, and the difference is instead of stabbing thing like on the end instead of.
You're thinking of a halberd.
Yeah,
Kind
Doesn't
of,
matter.
but-
which in terms of.
Which doesn't work with your polearm master.
Okay, yeah.
What? Really?
Halberd does.
Halberd
Yeah,
does.
I was
Halberd
saying
and
halberd is a
Able to
huge
max it as
pole,
well.
except it
But
has
it's
a
slashing weapon, it's still slashing, it's not slashing hard.
So,
Unless you want to homebrew it, that it could be.
No, I don't.
I'm doing that. I'm working on
that
my
has a giant
singular
stabbing
champion
spear thing on the
idea.
end with one like axe blade.
Yeah, but it's also meant to
Well,
be like
I'm
chopping motion with it.
You
Yeah,
can do
you
both,
want
gathering
to-
it up
just
to
like
do
you
the
can
thing,
with the glaive.
which is
What's that called?
enchanting
The
one
night long lance. If you want stabbing damage, you want a lance.
Lances, however,
That's gonna take
you need
time.
to be on a horse or else you
You need to be
get
mounted.
3
period.
casters with level 3 spells. Plus
You
one
just need
to
to
crash
buy 'em
out
out.
if they're willing to.
You know what I was
use
gonna
it.
say?
Okay,
Jump
right,
on
it
the
is
back with that mount
necromancy,
thing that should
which
cut
cuts
you
time.
off, and
I
then
get
you
that.
put
Alright,
I
we
get
all
that
have
it
to
doesn't
figure out the
matter
timetable
what-
later.
because I'm small.
Well, I was figuring we still have 10 down days.
You have disadvantage on
And I am going to
Five
be
feet.
looking for.
And if you are not mounted, you
You,
must
no,
wield
no,
it.
Steven, there's not a +2 longbow.
Oh, that's. But he wielded too heavy.
You
anyway,
can't fault me
thanks.
for trying.
Yes, I can fault you for trying. Yes, that's, oh my good
Because
sir.
of the weapon type.
Okay, so I have that armor of mine that is literally just straight up armor, right? Can I work with him to get it enchanted in some way, shape, or form to increase
What armor is that?
its plate now?
The +1 plate?
It is not +1, it is standard
Oh.
plate.
Oh, he has
Remember,
+1 plate anyway.
I say my plate is literally just straight up plate. That's
Um,
all I got.
50 work days.
You spend 200 gold and 10 days, it can be done.
Are you sure you never got yours enchanted? Because I swear.
No,
No,
he did
it
not.
was, my weapons were enchanted, I did not.
He didn't have
them
enough money at the time. He did immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
but not-
Yeah, afterwards we were good to go.
Her ring was
Your
200
hush
gold.
money.
We have to deduct that from our gold supply, right?
What
200.
gold?
The rings, the rings cost us gold
so
to make, to get
There's
them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you.
It was gonna be 1,400, so it's 200 gold per minute.
Okay, yeah. I say if you want to just sack gold
So,
rather than having to split it over.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say gold.
It's going to be sackable because I'm thinking of that big ass opal.
It's worth it. The next.
Oh, I don't care. It's
Yeah,
just
that opal's
starting
in my
to
bag
get-
of holding.
Is it possible for me to
Pretty
search
sure
the
that's
town
not-
to see if there's any armor that is plate that is what I'm looking for?
Okay, I'm gonna put this as plainly as I can. For the cost of 200 gold and 10 days of work, you can get that armor enchanted to be +1.
Okay.
And
The only reason.
+1.
Oh,
Can I do that to my
plus
leathers?
the enchantment cost.
Which is another 500.
That is the
So-
enchantment cost.
So there are 3 of us in the party plus the 2 NPCs, right?
Mhm.
And we have 10 days left of work, down days. That is the exact number I would need for Blade of the Vampire. Because it's the same as the Stone of the Husk.
Okay, what level of weapon did we say that was?
That would make it a 3rd level spell, so.
I mean, is it uncommon, rare?
It's gonna be.
It's either uncommon or rare. Hold on.
I can assist.
Well, no, that's why I was saying if I can get these guys to do it, plus
Okay.
Brashosh and Bryces, it's literally the parameters I need.
You already know what I was looking up to.
It will require, if it is a rare, 10 work weeks and 2,000 gold.
10 work weeks.
It's 50 days of work.
Yep, I have. Yeah, I have it. I sack my own money for this.
Okay.
For what?
How
Do I have
how much
enough time
time
to
is
champ
left
others?
if you use everybody?
Yeah.
Plus one?
What's that?
How much
200
time is
gold, you
left
said, or
in that?
205?
That
200.
literally consumes the time.
So that takes the whole 10 days.
That takes our last 10 days with the casters that can cast third level spells.
He doesn't have the components he needs to make you a +2 bow.
I know he doesn't.
And he'd need to figure out a recipe. This is a necromancy recipe, so his time for research was cut down dramatically.
So now
I'm also gonna spend the time.
when my skeleton warrior attacks,
Things
he's
are now-
attacking with third level
Fighting
vampire.
demons.
You don't have time.
Blade.
Ooh.
So now my champion.
By which demon?
I'll fight with your champion.
One that is.
You will have two champions.
Mythological.
Glass cannon
There's
versus
no
glass
law.
cannon.
Ooh,
Glass cannon's gonna break.
It's
Oh.
10 now.
Trust the arena.
Royal Library.
I guess it's
No
in
law.
row.
Mine is 18 if I don't have my shield.
Yeah, so when he attacks, he
And
attacks with
usually the
vampire
more-
touch. And
When you,
There's more-
when I'm at
there is
ACA,
some,
don't
More
know.
lore on
You
one
just see my
individual.
weapons.
There's less lore
12.
on one individual
Product
than there
damage and
is
heal by
on
6.
Demogorgon. Almost as
That's
if
what
it has
Major-
been removed. Grasped.
Can I research him?
Huh?
Can I research him?
There's less lore on him than there is on Demogorgon.
Damn it.
Do I have to attune to my leathers?
No,
So how about general demon fighting?
that you can do.
Do you have to attune?
I have it on PC.
Fine.
Not trying to do any
But
demon.
how many days are you spending on this?
Yep.
And my
10?
I built this massive friggin' ship. It was so damn big that with the entire rear end of it covered in thrusters, when I pushed
10
the
days.
forward button, it would just like
Doing all that kind
start
of
creeping
research.
forward. It would start creeping forward like 0.1 meters.
You have knowledge or common.
Speed at like 10
You have knowledge of common.
Okay.
And
When you make a straight knowledge or
I
common check,
wanted to check how
You have
powerful it was and
advantage
stuff,
on
so
demon.
my friend spawned like a world of other ships.
make sure you write that on your sheet.
And I started flying into ships to test it, and then there were so many guns going on. The computer
10
was down
straight
to, like,
days.
1 frame
By
every
the way,
2 seconds.
if you are only spending 10 days on assassinations, then you only get 250 gold.
As I said before, you only spent the 10 days to make those rings.
Uh-huh.
And I am doing this 10 days and 8 hours of researching, and still have another 8 hours of killing.
Is,
Okay.
until I had so many mods on the game and stuff.
It's
There was one where you could literally just like kidnap people if they're sleeping. You would put them in a sack, throw your.
it's 50 gold per day to be in the
And
library.
so it was the dude in Whiterun. So I was fighting off by problems and stuff. I snuck up on him when he was sleeping.
Hey, AJ.
I threw him in my sack.
Oh, no kidding.
How long would it take to make a cloak of flame?
I like telling the maid at my brain, "Oh, excuse me."
I don't know what.
He was running out of
rarity it
breath.
is.
I don't either.
He was
I don't even know if it's in a book.
Well, there's
still not.
I think there's like a
There's no way.
or something.
So I just left it
So,
down there.
I'm definitely gonna have to make a character sheet for this particular skelly bot.
Because he's his own character.
It's pretty much at that point. When he attacks, he will be doing 10 slashing, 4 cold, 12 necrotic, and heal by 6.
All with
my
one
God.
swing.
This is the self-sustaining skeleton.
This will be a self-sustaining skeleton.
You probably won't have more than one of him.
Yeah, right. They're pouring too much effort into one to try to duplicate it.
Is a champion.
There's literally because this will be wearing the necklace, and I'll probably have one more thing to add into him before he's like a done. If I did anything else, it might end up being like bone armor.
Okay. We will talk about the write-up for him.
In the future, there will be spells that I have to make him better, but that's me burning more spells to make him better.
Yeah.
On a
Like
day-to-day.
the grafting and other things.
On a day-to-day basis, I'll be pumping these spells into him. So
The
it's
light
one of
that's
those.
naturally throughout the Underdark is I consider dim light all the time.
Yes. I think so.
Okay.
Wait, is it possible to dual wield shields?
No.
Not in this edition.
The o-
Technically, you
You
could,
have
but
to
you would
take-
only benefit from one of the shields.
Oh.
For
And you
his
have
feat.
to take the feat. There is a feat that you can use to attack, but it's considered a.
That's not an attack.
It's
it's a
it's
modified
Tavern
thing,
Brawler.
So, yeah.
It's the one. It's what Dax had originally. It allowed him to have improvised weapons as been proficient in them. And it also, as a bonus action, after hitting someone with an improvised weapon, you could grapple them as a bonus action. I took it because I had the book that I would throw at them that was attached to a 10-foot chain.
Well, I was thinking if you could.
Shield Master.
Yep. I got it right
there's
here.
that one
Yeah.
too. Cloak of the Bat, Aaron, would be the closest thing, but I
you
wouldn't
get
put
two shields, right?
the
Imagine
being
having
able to
two
polymorph
Yeah,
shields.
to a
it
bat.
doesn't even
It would just be for the 40-foot
It doesn't even.
What
do
is
the
it,
damage.
rarity wise?
rare,
I just thought.
just for future knowledge.
It lets you cast flight once a day.
Basically, while wearing the cloak, I would have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. If you're in an area of dim light or darkness, you can grip the edges of the cloak with both hands and use the fly up
Okay.
40 feet.
Basically duplicated myself.
Can you basically just do that already though?
Basically, I want the wings on
Stealth.
on the Raven Queen to like come out and become actual wings and have a flight speed.
But still control.
And
So
have
I
it be
guess
like
what
a
would happen
charged
if
item
your
where I
body
could
was
use it
dying
X
and
amount of times before it would have to roll to be destroyed. And then gain 1d(x)
Wait, so can you
plus
put your
1
soul
charges
into
at
multiple
dawn.
things?
Or
Like
every
Voldemort?
morning or whatever.
Yeah.
Horcrux.
Yeah, pretty much. Could you do that?
Theoretically.
So,
Those are hit. That's the thing I have. Right?
But that's the only one that I can find
So,
that hits.
as of right now, can you actively participate?
Do I
or-
get extra experience for killing people?
no.
You already
All the
asked.
people.
Nice try, thanks for playing.
Oh, you said no.
Oh.
that's-
So does he actively participate, or is he still too young?
He can actually participate.
Okay, good to know.
So is it a male
He's
or a
doing
female
alright.
dragon? I rolled a seducer dragon?
Oh,
No,
that's called pedophilia.
That
So what happens is
Extreme.
I cut your dick.
Okay, we're getting away from this conversation right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're spending 20 days of hiding this red dragon with us while we're doing this.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, that's your point.
It's my red dragon now.
This is now called the chest of feigned death.
Yeah, no kidding.
Wake him up, feed him.
Everybody should have cloaks and displacement. That would be awesome.
I don't want you to make it and use it on me. I'm not gonna say that.
Go ahead and say it.
Dude, that would be a pretty legit chest though. Like, as soon as you touch the chest, it puts the feigned death thing on you, so you drop over dead, so your partner's dead, and they just read. Or something
Cursed
like that.
chest.
Yeah.
Cursed
A cursed
Oh my
chest.
god, this is beautiful.
That would be
You
awesome.
know what's really dickish? To cast feigned death on a chest. That's a minute.
Well, do you? Oh, so a lot of
Ah!
That's a
Everybody thinks you're dead. Everybody leaves. The mimic wakes up. Eats them.
This is a lot, oh wait, stream's still going, isn't it?
Yes.
Never mind, I'll figure it later.
This is not stream appropriate.
Yeah, this one probably isn't.
We're like right at 2, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know how scientific.
We shall return. We'll be back in a bit.
We will be back shortly.
Are you gonna shut up?